Okay, so I got my screen recording on right now, and as you can see, there's a menu in front of me. This is where screen recording is. So if you see that little red dot, take the menu off, you'll see up in the top left, excuse me, there's a timer going off, and you can see the goggle symbol. And we are recording my voice as well. I'm tilting the controller, and you can see the maximum that it will bank there. So we're in lower power mode here. I'm going to put back the menu on. First thing I want to do is never fly in free motion mode. I always fly in FPV mode. Now, there is a tricky, if I get rid of the menu here, and if you hold down the menu button, you can see you can go to the gallery, obstacle avoidance off, free motion mode, which I think is, I keep accidentally hitting that right there. I never want to switch to free motion mode mid-flight. Screen recording on or off, and then you can do the open cockpit here. It's going to exit. So I think we're just going to take off here. So I'm going to double click to turn off low power mode. So click that off and take off. So this is Campbell River here, down at, can't remember the park's name here, but spin around. Over there is the Quadra Island Ferry, and over there is Tai Plaza. Here's the main strip, Shoppers Row as it's called, and that continues back over that way. There's a little, one of the marinas, and then Discovery Pier is over there. That big island over there that extends from dot there is Quadra Island. So let's go for a cruise and see where we're going. So there's another little marina right over here, and over there is one of the Quadra Island ferries. There's two of them. For the longest time, there was only one ferry, which wintertime it's not too bad, but in the summertime you can be waiting a long time for the ferry when it's full. Getting a notice that my video transmission signal may be obstructed, and to fly safely, so we'll keep our altitude up a little bit. We're at 28 meters of sea level, which is close to 100 feet. Water detected, no kidding. So here's another marina. And over that way is, so we're sitting at about 1,200 meters distance away from me. There's another breakwater. They built this pier right here. This was supposed to be a cruise ship dock, so the cruise ships could pull up and people could come off the cruise ships and do some local shopping. I can't remember how much money they spent on it, but it was actually never used. And we're getting close to some heliports and float plane takeoff areas, so we're going to turn around and let's go over to Quadra Island. So got some weak video transmission signal. I'm going to turn so I'm facing a little bit more that way. Flying in this direction, The drone is approximately to my 10 o'clock. So hopefully it will catch up to the throw it into sport mode. Oh, that's cinematic. Normal. There we go. Sport mode. We're going to fly over to, can't remember the name of the bay, but this is where the ferry goes for Quadra Island. Birds down below. This is Discovery Passage, and it can be tricky if you have a small watercraft. There are lots of whirlpools and strange currents in this area. Even the big ferries can struggle through it sometimes. So now I'm at 2,200 meters in distance. I know we've had some complaints about the range and how far this drone can actually fly, but as long as you have a clear, unobstructed view between yourself and the drone, you should have some decent range. Buildings and trees, other signals, Wi-Fi interference can limit just how far you can actually see. I think 2,500 was my maximum distance. And as you can see here, getting to 2,600 meters. And we're at 27. 28. And I'm going to keep my elevation up here, 29. And we're at 3,000 meters. So this is Quadra Island here. Start going back. It's going to stop, and I'm going to. And actually, I did not set my recording, so now I have the drone recording. Forgot to do that earlier. Just going to drop it down here. We're at 90 meters above my starting elevation. Sea level is going to be below that. It'll be a negative altitude, and I am somewhere over in that direction. So as you can see, as I'm dropping, I'm at 50 meters. The water's getting closer, and the video feed may start to degrade. Weak video transmission signal. So I am in sport mode. I don't want to be taking unnecessary risks because there's no obstacle avoidance. So let's give her here. Some neat houses along the water line here. Some great fish and chips. There's a little restaurant that's very close to. Image transmission lost, so I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to raise my elevation. So video feed apparently is stopped, but hopefully it's still going. And we'll just wait it out. So what should happen is I should have, so we're going back into, oh, there we go, return to home. So I'm going to hit stop, and then we're going to continue flying here. I'm going to double check, make sure I'm in, no, I'm in free motion mode. So we want FPV mode again. There we go. Get rid of that menu. And let's get going here. So we are in sport mode. Stay up above this. This looked kind of interesting over here. When When I started this video, I was approximately 3,000 meters away from my takeoff point. And here we can see the ferry leaving, not Denman Island, but Quadra Island, and heading back to Campbell River. So I'm going to do a little 360 around this ferry. Birds up above me there. We'll just get a little bit ahead of the ferry here because the ferry's moving. That ferry's moving pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Just start banking around it. I am 31 meters. Let's just get above a little bit higher so we're not interfering with this ferry at all. I'm just going to stop the footage so I can get some more clips. And you can see the other ferries coming back from Campbell River heading over to Quadra Island. Keep an eye on our elevation there at 23, 22 meters. Bank it around here. Let's go cruise past the other ferry. Get a little warning popping up here telling me water's detected. Please monitor flight altitude, which we are doing. Currently sitting at about 16 meters from takeoff location, so the water is a little bit lower than that. And it's looking like the ferries are not very packed today. Boxing Day today, so that video. I'll catch another one. Down to 10 meters. Let's make sure I stay ahead of this ferry here. There he is. We'll go around the far side of this other ferry here and then circle it back home. Maybe head over to Discovery Pier and check out the marina. And this ferry doesn't look very busy either. I'm not going to go any lower than 10 meters, or I'm going to try not to. I think I was hitting 9 there for a bit. Definitely going faster than the ferry. I want to make sure I'm not risking something happening and crashing into the ferry. Keep my height up because it is fairly tall. And let's bring her home. 30% battery. Oops. You can see my total flight time 17 minutes here based on my goggle recording time. I didn't stop or start that one. And she's going to let go of the trigger here. Warm my hands up. And then we're going to continue over to Discovery Pier. So I wonder if there's any seals over here. There very well could be. But we're going to go check out Discovery Pier for a second. See what's going on there.
Press C2 to cancel.
Looks like auto return is going to start here. Let's just stop that. We got a low battery, 24% is the warning. And it looks like it switched into free FPV mode again. That really bugs me, the fact it keeps flipping back from free motion to FPV mode. I'm going to put it into cinema mode now. And we're going to get down close to the water and see if we can't find any seals. So as you can see, our elevation here is nearly zero. That's because I'm at the same height as this little walkway here. So generally, there's a restaurant up here called Key West. It's at the end of this building here with the green roof. And they got a great menu there. And often you'll see seals playing around at the end of the pier marina here. I was noticing when I first got here these tugboats, and I thought it was kind of funny. It looked like one of the tugboats was being towed by another tugboat. And what do we got? 18%. Insufficient battery for return. That's bullshit because I'm not even 123 meters away. So let's look here. No, that tug right there is just sitting in the water. It was just looked weird. That's all. Down here a bit. And where Key West is actually not the green roof, but it is the red roof there at the end. You can see there's a little patio at the end there. And often the seals will be in this little area. I can hear it. I think we're good to land there. Come on, land.
Landing.